Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to Drishti Judiciary and especially to APO crash course of UP. Today's class ko I have divided into certain segment. Let me tell you what exactly I'll be telling in the very first class, jisko I have named it at the introductory class. So first of all, I'll tell you that what is the syllabus of the exam, because किसी भी एग्जाम को क्रैक करने के लिए द गोल्डन रूल टू क्वालिफाई इट इज टू नो द सिलेबस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एग्जाम, एंड आफ्टर नोइंग द सिलेबस वी हैव टू सी व्हाट इज द पैटर्न ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस व्हिच दे आर आस्किंग, क्योंकि पैटर्न विल टेल अस कि हाउ डीप वी हैव टू गो रिगार्डिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट और एरिया में. तो फर्स्ट पार्ट को I have covered into two things, that is syllabus as well as the pattern of the exam. Then I will be telling you what should be your approach. It means how you have to move ahead regarding law subject, what should be your strategy regarding the static portion, and what about that UP Police Act and Regulation, which is new for all of you. So I'll let you know that what is the approach towards UP APO, and then I'll be telling you regarding the subject, and the very first subject which I am going to start with is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, जिसको for brevity I'll be calling it as the BNS. तो BNS का two thing I'll be covering. First of all, the basic information regarding the subject, and this basic information regarding the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which I will be calling at BNS for brevity, contains the factual information, and I'll let you know how the question are asked from these area. And then after covering the basic information, we'll see the applicability of BNS. Applicability of BNS means on whom BNS applies. If we see previous year question paper of UP APO, so they have asked if a foreigner commits offence in India, Indian courts have no jurisdiction to try him. Is this statement correct or not? And if a Indian goes outside India and if he commits offence, तो क्या इसकी liability होगी? That we have to see. So these are the things. After this, I'll be taking your doubts regarding this exam. So these are the segment which I'll be covering in today's class. So as we all know, the first thing is the syllabus and the pattern of the exam. Our paper is of 3 stages. First is prelims, then is mains, and then is interview. And prelims mein, we all know it comprises 150 question, and that to be of 150 marks. So first of all, we are seeing the pattern of the exam. It is of 3 stages. The first one is the prelims or the preliminary test. The second one is the mains, which is the subjective test, and after that the third and the final round is the personality test, that is the interview. Let us see what they will be asking in each part of the exam. In prelims, we have 150 question, and that to be of 150 marks, and that to be with negative marking. 1/3 of the negative marking is there. और वो क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आएंगे? तो फर्स्ट स्टेज, that is of prelims, it will contain 150 question of 150 marks, and this 150 questions has been divided into two parts. One is your GK and another is your law portion. GK contains a static portion. Along with that static portion, science and the current affair is also included. But the total marks of that is only 50 marks. So the first thing, this marks ka bifurcation is there in 50 question and in 100 question. That is 50 question of 50 marks and 100 question of 100 marks. This 50 question will be from general knowledge. And this 100 question will be from law. In the general knowledge paper, we have following items which are there, and they have also given the marks ka bifurcation, ki how many marks ka they'll be asking from science. Every portion they are asking of just 8 marks. Bas, the current events, be it national and international, that will be of 10 marks. If you see the PYQ, so they have asked the previous year regarding Lata Mangeshkar, because that person, that personality had died that year. So current events they'll be asking. I'll let you know that portion ka pattern kya hoga. So in a static portion mein, let us see what exactly they'll be asking. They'll be asking question from science, or I'll tell you after the bifurcation of marks कि what is the level of the question. Question किस तरह से पूछे जा रहे हैं, I'll let you know. Science का they'll be asking of 8 marks. Indian national movement they'll be asking. Again, that to be of 8 marks. Indian history they are asking. Again of 8 marks. They are asking geography, but they are asking world geography. Like in the last year, they have given 4 lakes, and out of those, they have asked ki, which of the following में से is the longest lake of Africa. So world geography they are asking. They even ask the question from Sensex, and 2 questions normally they are asking from Sensex. Like they have asked what is the sex ratio as per the last Sensex of 2011. What is that? Anybody have? Yes, 940 female per 1000 male. They have asked by giving 4 options that out of those 4 areas, which of the area has the lowest population density as per the 2011 का Sensex, and it was the Arunachal Pradesh. तो Sensex से भी they are asking the question. Population जो आप लिखा है in the syllabus, that is that portion. World geography and population में that Sensex will come. That to be of 8 marks. Along with this, that current event of national and international importance, that comprises of 10 marks. Current events of national and international importance, that is of 10 marks. It means you have to follow the current affairs, and in this current affairs they have given diversion. जब पैटर्न बता दूंगी तो I'll let you know that क्वेश्चन का एरिया क्या क्या है, and you have to follow 1 year का current affairs. It means exam we can expect there is the least possibility that we can get in December. 1 date is reserved for that, but do prepare yourself for that date so that कि आपकी तैयारी पूरी हो, and if they are postponing further, you are in the edge. You are only revising the thing, you are only solving the PYQs. So you have to follow 1 year का current affair. This year का you follow thoroughly, and after completion of this year, last 3 months of previous year, you have to go through it. This much current affairs is sufficient for your thing. So, along with these items, they ask you that world geography and population is there, Indian history, Indian national movement, science. Like science, they have asked कि if we view Earth from space, then how Earth appears? What is the color of Earth? They have given colors option. It is blue. If we observe Earth from space, what is the color of our Earth? It is blue. They ask you that pedology is the study of what? 4 options are given. Soil. So regarding a study they are asking regarding measurement, units and measurement, and the scale, like they have asked fattometer is the unit of what? By using fattometer we measure what? Ocean tides. क्यों होती है? Why we experience ocean tides? Yes, because of the gravitational interaction. So science में they are asking up till class 10th level का science, which is of 8 marks only. And in this, one thing जिसमें you have the edge, that is the polity. Indian constitution का polity part they'll be asking here, और law में भी 10 marks का polity they'll be asking. So polity and economy together comprises with of 8 marks here. Polity and economy of 8 marks. So this is the diversion of the GK paper which is there in the prelims. Even though many things are there, but if you approach with the strategy, this paper is easily available, matlab achievable in that sense that job will be easily you will be very easily accessible to that prelims, and if you qualify that, then you will be all set to give the exam for mains. If we talk about law paper, so again they have given the bifurcation of marks along with the subject. The subject which we are going to begin, that is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which for brevity I will be calling it the BNS, that is of 30 marks. Out of those 100 marks, BNS is of 30 marks. Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, that is of 25 marks. And if we talk about the Bharatiya Saksh Adhiniyam, it is of 20 marks. And then our Indian Constitution is of 10 marks. And UP Police Act and Regulation, that to be of 15 marks. And in this law question, they have divided the question into following pattern. पहला है direct section based. Let me tell you what is the pattern of the question when it comes to law, which has 100 questions and that to be of 100 marks. Because in this paper में this portion पे you have to take edge. Question बहुत आसान है and law aspirant have their weakness in the static portion. So here you have to do the maximum answers. You have to mark that maximum answers to be the correct one, and that is very easily achievable. Let us see how is the question ka domain. What sphere mein they are asking? Law mein the first thing they are asking is from section. Direct section based question, and again this section based question is classified in 2 parts. For example, they are giving an item. For example, in the previous year question paper, they have asked voluntarily. The term voluntarily has been defined under following sections, and 4 option ABCD is there. So, pehla question which they are giving on law is section based, option based. They are giving option like voluntarily has been given under following section of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. It is 2 clause 33. That is the correct option. Another question which they are asking the content of the section. For example, that there is a power to commute the sentence and to remit the sentence. जो भी sentence award की गई to the convicted person, that could be suspended, remitted, commuted. So who has such power of commutation and remission? Commutation means substitute करना sentence को with the lighter form of sentence, and remission means changing the sentence to the lighter form without changing its nature. So who has such power? It is vested with the appropriate authority. So another question which they are asking कि content से पूछ रहे हैं, and one is option based. Another question they are asking is from the illustration. Illustration means the example which are appended in the section. Directly illustration देकर they are asking कि what should be the liability of that person. For example, A cuts the trees on B's land without B's permission. That tree was in the possession of B. Is A liable for any offense? Option A, theft, extortion, robbery, dacoity. Theft. So this is the illustration of the offense of theft as given in 303 subsection 1 of the BNS. They are giving an illustration. There is a bullock cart. On this bullock cart there is a box और उस box में treasures रखे हुए हैं. And suppose one of you, Saurabh, has moved that bullock cart. जैसे bullock cart move करेगी, whether any offense has been committed by him. Again, they have given 4 options and they are asking what is the liability of that person. So illustration based question they are asking. Illustration में one is direct question they are asking. जैसे अभी मैंने दोनों दिया of the offense of theft. Another they are asking applied question also. With ditto illustration के साथ they are modifying. For example, who of you want to kill somebody just for the purpose of class? Yes, बच्चे, your name? Viprasha. Suppose Viprasha is the accused and she has killed X. This is only for the purpose of making you understand the applied question which they have asked. She has killed X. You have to determine, question पूछा गया है, which of the following facts are fact in issue? They are asking by giving 4 options, which of the following is the fact in issue? Fact in issue means the main fact, disputed fact, such fact which one party alleges and another party denies. Options are, आप बताओगे कि क्या होगा? Viprasha has intention to kill X. B, Viprasha had received grave and sudden provocation from X. Because if she will be pleading this thing, तो her liability will be diluted और murder की जगह थोड़ा सा छोटा offense, culpable homicide not amounting to murder as per section number 1 to the offense of murder she will be getting. Third is Viprasha has been awarded for social service. It means she used to serve people और social service के लिए she has been given many awards. She has been awarded for social services. And the last option is Viprasha is an honest aspirant. And the options are code form में है. The first code is both A and B. Second option is all A, B, C and D. Third code is you have to tell which of the following is the fact in issue. It is A, B and C. Last option is that A and B and we are not sure about option number C. I am repeating the question. You all have to try. The fact is Viprasha is accused of killing X. It means on her the charge of murder has been framed, it means she has committed the offense of 101 of the BNS. You have to tell which of the following option is true with respect to fact in issue. आपको बताना है कौन सा fact इसमें से fact in issue है. Fact in issue means disputed fact, main fact, such fact which one of the party alleges and the another denies. The first option is Viprasha had the intention to kill X. Another is Viprasha has received grave and sudden provocation from X. Third is Viprasha has been awarded for the social services which she used to give. And the last option is she is an honest judicial aspirant. You have to tell कौन सा fact in issue is the first option, both A and B, या all four, या only A, B, C. A and B are correct. We are not sure about the option number C. तो कौन सा होगा? This you have to tell. It is only A and B. It means the code number 2 will be the right answer or wrong answer? Wrong answer. Right answer कौन सा होगा? First one. That you have to do. So they are asking the applied question. Facts in issue का, this is the illustration of your BSA की barrack का, fact का. But two things they have included from the barrack and two things they have given by their own regarding this honest aspirant and awarded for social service. What I mean to convey to you, कि if you have the concept clarity, तो अगर ditto illustration देंगे, then also you'll be able to do it. If they are giving applied question, then also you are very easily able to address that question. So law में that second question which they are asking is on illustration. The third they are asking is on maxim. जो तीसरा क्वेश्चन वो पूछ रहे हैं लॉ में, they are asking on maxim. For instance, whatever question I have taken, ये सब आपके PYQs से हैं. So as to give you an idea कि what is the level of the question, क्योंकि किसी भी एग्जाम को क्रैक करने का the golden rule is first of all know the syllabus of the paper and then see the PYQ. PYQ in the reverse order. Last यानी 2022 का we have to see, then 2020 and then 2018 and last 2002 का that we have to see. So the third question which they are asking on law is about maxim. For instance, they have given one question, de minimis non-curate lex this is one of the maxim. De minimis non-curate lex, maxim means quotation. जैसे हम quotation use करते हैं ना, in law में we use maxim and that to be in Latin language. Latin is a foreign language. So the meaning of this maxim is, anybody of you want to try? De minimis non-curate lex का मतलब? Yes? Yes. Court will not take action on any trifling acts. If suppose somebody of you has done the new pinch, if you are wearing a new cloth, तो क्या कोर्ट आपको हर्ट के लिए sue करेगा? No. So court will not take action of trifling act. That is the meaning of this maxim. De minimis not curate lex. And they have asked you कि on which section of the BN, मतलब IPC का पूछा है. Now they will be asking कि which section of BNS का this thing is there. De minimis not curate lex. Any idea? 33. Yes. Because 33 is about trifling act. So they have asked direct maxim देके कि which section of the BNS is based on this maxim. Similarly, another question they have asked from the maxim, doli in capex. Doli in capex is another Latin term जिसका मतलब होता है incapable of framing guilty mind. They have asked कि under which section. Obviously अब तक IPC पूछा था, अब they'll be asking of the new law only कि doli in capex has been enshrined under which section of the BNS. It is section 20. तो maxim से they are asking, yeah, किस maxim, particular maxim is provided under which section of the particular subject, or they are giving the maxim and they are asking the meaning of it. Next question which they are asking on law is from case laws. And every question they are asking in 3 dimension. पहला है option based, ABCD option is there. Second is match the following. They are giving one side one item another side another item, and they are asking you to match the following. And another thing they are giving, that by giving one thing they are asking code option कि ये code सही है. Statements are given, suppose 4 statements are given in 1 2 3 4 code, and they are asking which of the following is true or false. So case laws में what they are asking, direct question they are asking by giving the name of the case. For example, for instance, RM Malkani versus state of Maharashtra. By providing the name of this case, they have asked on which particular topic this case is there. This case will be reading on the topic of doctrine of res geste, and this is leading on the point of tape recorded conversation. Another case they have asked, this case was from BSA, that is Purana Act हमारा, Indian Evidence Act, res geste पर. This is on res geste. Such fact which forms the part of same transaction are relevant. Another case which they have asked is Nanak Chand versus state of Punjab. By giving this case, they have asked this case is leading on what point? This case tells us the distinction between common intention and common object. So Supreme Court has clarified us the difference between common intention versus common object. Similarly, they have given Mehboob Shah ka case, and they have asked, is it on common intention? Answer is yes. So case laws landmark they are giving, and they are asking you on what topic that is. या match the following में they are giving case का नाम, which or another side that particular section, and they are asking कौन सा correctly matched है, या which of the following is not correctly matched. And some if you follow PYQ तो उसमें 1 2 3 answers are wrong. जैसे last to last year चारों cases सही दिए थे. R versus Prince, it was on mens rea. McNaughton rule, it was on insanity. R versus Dudley and Stephen, it was on necessity. And Vishwanath versus state of UP, it was on right of private defense. पूछा था which of the following is not correctly matched. तो that UP का जो commission है, Public Service Commission, उसने विश्वनाथ वाले केस को गलत माना था, but that is wrong. That question was wrongly framed in the paper. तो जब आप पढ़ो तो you have to take note of that. Don't directly cram the answer of the PYQs. This kind of irregularity will be catered when you have the concept clarity. तो क्वेश्चन का डायमेंशन देखकर हमें ये समझ में आ रहा है कि डायरेक्टली दे आर आस्किंग फ्रॉम द बैराक, बट conceptual things they are also asking. If you only cram the Barak index, that will not suffice the need, because you have to get that minimum cutoff, or obviously this time it will rise high because of the number of the vacancy and the number of the aspirants which they are sitting this time. But if you will be understanding the concept, और करना क्या होगा, how you have to divide your day. Better if you divide your day in 3 parts. For UP APO, you have to plan your day in 3 parts. First part को you will be keeping for law. Second part को you will be keeping for a static portion. Third part को you will be keeping for PYQs. In law also, it is up to you. You can take 2 things. For new laws, at least you have the concept. थोड़ा या ज्यादा, लेकिन concept तो होगा. It is not the overhauling of the old ones. So what you can do, along with the new laws, either you take one, BNS, BNSS or BSA. It's suggested that you take the UP Police Act and Regulation. Police Act तो फिर भी छोटा है, but regulation has too much of paragraphs. So you have, and you are reading for the first time, because normally it is not included in any university or college का syllabus में. So it's better that along with these things or the Indian Constitution, which they are asking of 10 marks, you can include this thing. जैसे Constitution पे they have asked, as per the preamble, what is the adoption date for the Constitution? And they have given 4 options. What will be that? 26 November 1949, क्योंकि लिखा है on this 26th day of November, we do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution of India. तो Constitution से भी very simple question they are asking. So law में you can do either major law, along with that UP Police Act and Regulation, or you can do after completion of one, you can go to another. Static portion mein, what you have to do, you have to divide your day in two parts. First is current affairs. And then is the static portion, be it history, Indian history, or world geography, or it is the census ka question, or it is a Indian national movement. So static ko you have to divide into current affairs, because current affair, if you will be listening at the last time, you will not be able to recall it, or history, geography, that world geography, you might be reading for the first time, आप confuse हो सकते हो. So it's better that you do daily these two things, and after studying these two things, the most and the foremost part of your preparation is this, जो बच्चे नहीं करते हैं. Because if you want to succeed, what you have to do, take a subject, pick a topic, after completion of that topic, you have to solve the PYQs. क्योंकि PYQs ही आपको confidence देगा और आपको insight भी देगा कि what exactly they are asking, and this is the must part. But normally aspirant पढ़ तो लेते हैं, but they don't solve the PYQs. And every day you will be reading new things. Along with the new things, you have to keep the time for revision. Because people used to keep multiple resources और revision limited करते हैं, उल्टा कर देना है. Keep your sources limited one. Do keep only bare act. Do keep a notebook for practicing the thing. And after keeping these two things, that two basic document along with you, bare act and the notebook, you revise multiple times whatever you have read. Bare act ko rakkat basis, you have to revise the thing, and then you have to solve the PYQs. And after solving of these PYQs matlab previous year questions which they have asked, it is very limited. So after solving that, you have to solve that sample paper, test series question in the same pattern. Kyunki 150 question you will be getting in just 2 hours. It means you have to keep the speed also very proper. 120 minute में 150 question करने हैं, and you have to mark that oval also. Negative marking is also there. So your speed should be proper. तो लेकिन ये नहीं कि speed command करने के लिए you are not grasping the concept. First have the concept daily. When a topic is done, take the OMR sheet, use that pen which is used for coloring OMR, which have thick nib, and color it every day. Every day is not possible, alternate days. If alternate day is not possible, at least keep Sunday for marking that ovals, so that your speed is made up for that color also, because you have to work on every area whatever they are asking in the exam. So law mein they are asking these things, they are asking question on case laws, maxim, section based, and illustrations they are asking. So everything you have to cover from law. In static portion, as I told you, they are giving the book ka name and they are asking you ki who is the writer. For example, they have asked that ki history of Arya Samaj was written by whom. You can very easily guess that it is Lala Rajpat Rai. They have given in the match the following ki where is the Coffee Board of India. It is in Bangalore. They have asked that National Board of Jute kahan par hai? In Kolkata. So static portion mein, if you will be working daily, you will be able to cater it. Otherwise, this 50 marks mein, you will not be able to get the questions correct, and you have to work on both the areas. So this is the pattern of the exam of PT. Then it comes the stage of mains. In mains, you have 6 papers of 500 marks. Let us see what are those papers. You have General Hindi, General English is there, along with that General Knowledge, but हर पेपर का marks का diversion is not same. If we see General Hindi, it is of 100 marks. But if we see General English, it is merely of 50 marks. Similarly, If we see general knowledge, it is again of 50 marks. And for the paper, जो 50 marks के हैं, उसका time limit भी कम है. It is just only 1.5 hour. 1.5 घंटा is only given. For these paper, it is just 1.5 hour which is given to you. Other than these two paper, you will be getting 3 hours ka time. Along with this, you have criminal law and procedure. In this criminal law and procedure, you will be getting BNS, BNSS and Police Act, that to be of 100 marks. And separate paper of Adhiniyam, Saksh Adhiniyam you are getting. Yani that is independent paper and that to be of 100 marks. And along with this, the last paper is of other Adhiniyam, that 16 Act, which has been put for the first time, because UP APO ka syllabus has been revised for all of you this time. So the next paper is Anya Adhiniyam. Anya Adhiniyam. That is all those 16 acts which they have included for the first time, that to be of 100 marks. So those paper like of General Hindi, Criminal Law and Procedure, Saksh Adhiniyam and Anya Adhiniyam comprising 16 acts, that will be of 3 hours each. And this General English and General Knowledge is just of 1.5 hour because it is of 50 marks only. So, and PT ka marks is never added into your merits because that is a qualifying round. After qualifying PT, you get an opportunity to write for the mains, and PT is the elimination round because people are eliminated. Those who, and the सबसे ज़्यादा fight, if you see number of people, it is there in prelims only. उसके बाद it is mains, and the less fight is there in the final round of personality test, that is the interview round. And that final round of UP APO personality test, it is of 50 marks. So this is about the exam ka pattern and the level of the question. I have told you that how they are asking on law and static portion. Now let us begin with the subject. What you have to keep with you? Only your bare act and a notebook. And after completion of topic, you have to solve the PYQs. This method you have to do for every subject, every topic which you are studying. The first thing which you are going to read is about basic information regarding the subject. And the first subject which we are going to begin is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. And here in Drishti we will be guiding you in such a manner so that ki PT you qualify and you have command on mains also, and simultaneously at the same time you are able to cater your final round of interview, because in class you will be given the opportunity to raise your doubt and then you will be interacting with the teacher. जो भी डर लगता है, that introvert, that thing that will go away. So we here will guide you in such manner कि all the stages of your exam will be catered. और solve करने के लिए we have kept too many test papers which will be given to you in form of test series so that you can practice एंड इट इज एडवाइजेबल कि आप क्लास में ही सॉल्व करो, या इफ यू आर टेकिंग फ्रॉम योर होम थ्रू ऑनलाइन मोड, डू कीप द टाइमर, डोंट चीट नहीं करना है. मेनी पीपल व्हाट दे डू व्हेन दे आर सॉल्विंग एट देयर होम, दे नेवर फॉलो द टाइम लिमिट, और भूल रहे होते तो बोलते हैं एक ही सेक्शन तो भूल रहे हैं. पूछा है कि कोर्ट ऑफ सेशन हैज बीन एस्टैब्लिश्ड बाय ऑप्शन आर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, हाई कोर्ट विद द कंसल्टेशन ऑफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, इट डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम स्टेट टू स्टेट. अब याद ही नहीं आ रहा है कि सेक्शन 9 ऑफ द भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता जो कि कोर्ट ऑफ सेशन के बारे में कहता है, तो उसको एस्टैब्लिश कौन करेगा? Who will establish the building of court of session? It is the state government. तो लगता है एक बार देख लेते हैं. Don't do that. After completion of paper, after marking of paper, check it. Otherwise, you will not learn it. So whenever you are giving the paper, be it here, be it at your home through online mode, do not cheat yourself, because that will not fetch you the result. This subject को for brevity I will be calling it as the BNS. तो देख लेते हैं. बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन मीन्स दी फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग दी सब्जेक्ट. नाम कैसे पता चला कि द लेजिस्लेशन का नेम इज द भारतीय न्याय संहिता. फ्रॉम वेयर वी गेट टू नो दैट द नेम ऑफ द लेजिस्लेशन इज भारतीय न्याय संहिता एंड द इनैक्टमेंट ईयर इज 2023. कहीं तो लिखा होगा फ्रॉम सेक्शन 1 सबसेक्शन 1 of the BNS which provides for short title. तो सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं what is the name of the legislation which we are going to read. Name of the legislation has been provided in form of short title. Three things are given in section 1 of the BNS, लेकिन अभी हम एक एक चीज पढ़ेंगे, तो we are only confining with the one thing, and that is the short title. Short title contains the name of the legislation under section 1 subsection 1, and here it is provided that this act may be called as the भारतीय न्याय. How we get to know कि that name legislation के name के बाद you will be finding one year. Do you find what is that year? वो year है क्या? उसको बोलते क्या है? It is the enactment year. किस साल का वो कानून है? तो the भारतीय न्याय संहिता is the name of the legislation and the enactment year is 2023. This all is given in section 1 subsection 1. They normally ask you how many sections, how many chapters. जैसे last time they have asked chapter 5 of the, अब तो BSA पूछेंगे, chapter 5 of the BSA deals with what? Is it oral evidence? It is documentary evidence? Is it about the exclusion of the oral evidence by documentary evidence, or it is about the such fact which need not to be proved? It is about documentary evidence. So let us see the domain of the section, how many chapters are there, assent date क्या है, what is the commencement date, and what is the act number of the legislation, preamble क्या बोलता है, and everything regarding this subject. So total number of sections for BNS is just 358. And if we see total number of chapters, it is 20. So merely 358 sections are there, जिसे हमने 20 chapters में रखा है under the भारतीय न्याय संहिता में. In college, in university, you have your roll number, your house must have the house number, street number. Similarly, एक्ट को भी नंबर दिया जाता है, क्योंकि एक साल में तो बहुत सारे कानून बनाए जाते हैं. तो व्हाट इज द एक्ट नंबर ऑफ बीएनएस? ये सिमिलर है 45 आईपीसी का भी था, लेकिन 45 ऑफ 1860 था। ये क्या है? 45 ऑफ 2023। इट मींस, क्योंकि मेनी टाइम्स इन द बेयर एक्ट यू वोंट बी फाइंडिंग द भारतीय न्याय संहिता, बस ये लिखा होता है एक्ट नंबर 45 ऑफ 2023। तो वेर एवर इट इज रिटन आप तुरंत समझ जाओगे इट इज अबाउट बीएनएस। और ये इंफॉर्मेशन लिखी कहाँ होती है? बेयर एक्ट के पहले पेज पे, फ्रॉम वेयर द सेक्शन स्टार्ट्स, उसके नीचे स्मॉल ब्रैकेट में यू विल बी फाइंडिंग दिस डेटा। आफ्टर द नेम ऑफ द लेजिस्लेशन यू विल बी फाइंडिंग इन मिडिल में, इन स्मॉल ब्रैकेट यू विल बी फाइंडिंग एक्ट 45 of 2023. Let us see the assent date. Assent date मतलब किस दिन वो बिल कानून बना है, because with the assent bill turns into act, and this assent is given at the right hand side of your bare act in the first page in the big bracket. Normally big bracket में जो information होती है it is about the assent date. Assent date means such date on which that bill turns into act, and the assent date for our BNS is 25th December 2023. Because on this day Madam Draupadi Murmu has given her assent or bill had turned into the act of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Let us see the commencement date. Commencement date और enforcement date का मतलब है कि किस दिन से वो legislation लागू है। ये जरूरी नहीं है कि जिस साल का कानून है उसी साल लागू हो जाए। फॉर इंस्टेंस BNS एक्ट कब बन गया था? ऑन 25 दिसंबर 2023, लेकिन ये लागू इस दिन से नहीं है। लेट अस सी व्हाट इज दैट डेट। commencement or enforcement date, both is same. commencement और enforcement date का मतलब from which date that particular legislation is applicable. There is two word, one is prospective and another is retrospective. क्योंकि it is entirely the discretion of the legislature कि किस दिन से वो उस कानून को लागू कराना चाहते हैं. Prospective means from future date. It means that particular legislation will be applicable from some future date. And normally criminal law has been given the prospective effect. Retrospective date मतलब back date से, पिछली किसी date से that particular legislation is applicable. So now let us see what is the commencement or the enforcement date for BNS. It is what? 4th July 2024. And if you go by the wording of the BEAR Act, in one subsection 2, where in our BEAR Act this enforcement date or commencement date is given? क्या ये कहीं given है? Yes, it is in one subsection 2, because section 1 contains 3 things: short title, commencement and application. जो हमारा section 1 है BNS का, it contains 3 things: short title, which contains the name of the legislation, then it contains the commencement, and then it contains the application. Application means किस पे BNS लगता है. Short title is given in one subsection 1 which we have seen, commencement is given in 1 subsection 2, लेकिन वहां पर क्या लिखा है, it shall come into force on such date as the central government may appoint by notifying that in the official gazette, यानी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एक डेट डिसाइड करेगी और उस डेट को नोटिफाई करेगी इन द ऑफिशियल गैजेट, दैट विल बी द डेट फॉर द एनफोर्समेंट ऑफ बीएनएस। और कौन सी डेट हमारे तीनों क्रिमिनल लॉ के लिए चूज की गई है, 4 जुलाई 2024। Why every law is notified in the official gazette? Because ignorance of law is no excuse, और हम ये पढ़ेंगे भी जनरल डिफेंस में, mistake of law is no excuse, ignorantia juris non excusat. So this is the commencement date for BNS. Even though वो legislation कब का है, 2023 का, एसेंट भी मिल गई 2023 में 25 दिसंबर को ही, लेकिन लागू है फ्रॉम 4 जुलाई 2024। उसके आगे ही लिखा है इन द वेयर एक्ट कि फॉर डिफरेंट प्रोविजन अलग अलग डेट हो सकती है, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि होल ऑफ द बीएनएस टू बी एप्लीकेबल फ्रॉम दिस डेट। एंड जब मैं आपको रैश और नेग्लिजेंट एक्ट पढ़ाऊंगी, आई विल बी लेटिंग यू नो सेक्शन 106 सबसेक्शन 2 जिसे कि लागू नहीं कराया गया था फ्रॉम 1 जुलाई 2024, बिकॉज डिफरेंट प्रोविजंस के लिए डिफरेंट डेट कुड बी अपॉइंटेड as per section 1 subsection 2 of the BNS, which provides the commencement date. And the section is as follows. Section 1, short title, commencement and application. Subsection 1, this act may be called the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. 1 subsection 2, which is about commencement. It shall come into force on such date as the central government may by notification in the official gazette appoint, and different dates may be appointed for different provisions of this Sanhita. Now let us see that committee was constituted to draft the new law for all of us, and this committee was headed by a person. So let us see who was that head of the committee who has drafted all these 3 criminal laws for us. So we are going to see head of the committee, which has drafted BNS, I mean all 3 new criminal law BNS, क्योंकि as we are reading BNS तो BNS के रिस्पेक्ट में देख रहे हैं, बट कमिटी इज ऑल टुगेदर सेम, इसीलिए सबका एसेंट डेट, commencement date is all same. It is Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh. They ask you, एग्जाम में आपसे पूछते हैं, like IPC तो ड्राफ्ट किया गया था by the first law commission. This they have asked in UP APO, which was the commission which has drafted IPC. तो कमीशन तो नहीं है अभी, it is the committee. They could ask you. So head of the committee was Dr. Ranveer Singh. Now let us see what is the extent of BNS. Even though this extent has not been expressly given in the act, कहीं पर भी you won't be finding extent. Why? Because our government is working nowadays on the policy one nation one rule. तो भले expressly लिखा नहीं है, but extent will be to the whole of India. It means BNS will apply to the whole of India. And why it has not been expressly provided? Because we are working nowadays on policy one nation one rule. Now let us see what preambles contain. Preamble means every legislation contain the preamble. हर चीज का एक पर्पस होता है. You people are sitting here, that has a purpose, so that you qualify UP APO का exam and you come with flying colors, and that to be very good rank के साथ, so that दृष्टि को आपकी फोटो की फॉन्ट छोटी करनी पड़े, so that so many people qualify every legislation has a purpose and that purpose is given in the preamble itself. तो देख लेते हैं what is the preamble of our BNS. An act to consolidate and amend the law relating to offence. Preamble means the purpose behind that legislation. और ये पर्पस भी कहाँ लिखा होता है? इन द बेयर एक्ट इटसेल्फ. कहां पर? इन द वेरी बिगिनिंग इट इज रिटन. जब आप पहला पेज देखोगे देयर इटसेल्फ इट इज रिटन. एंड व्हाट इज दैट? एन एक्ट. क्योंकि समटाइम इन प्रीलिम्स दे गिव द वर्डिंग और फिर आपसे पूछते हैं क्या लिखा है? एन एक्ट टू कंसोलिडेट डिफाइंड अमेंड, या इट इज एन एक्ट टू कंसोलिडेट एंड अमेंड ओनली, और इट इज एन एक्ट टू डिफाइंड एंड प्रोवाइड, or an act to consolidate, provide the laws relating to offence. Which of the following is true? So an act to consolidate and amend the law, consolidate करना means इकट्ठा करना, and amend करना law relating to offence, and matters which are connected with it and incidental thereto, and matters connected therewith and incidental thereto. And whatever matters which are connected with the offence, that are also being provided here, and incidental thereto. So the preamble of BNS is as follows. An act to consolidate and amend the provisions relating to the offences for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. So we have seen the basic information regarding the subject, and basic information contains the name of the legislation, and that is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Enactment year is 2023. Total number of section is 358, which are provided in 20 chapters. Act number is 45 of 2023. Assent is 25th December 2023 for BNS, and the enforcement or the commencement date as chosen by our legislature is 1st July 2024. Extent is to the whole of India. Extent means up till what territory that particular legislation is applicable. And then we have seen the preamble, that is an act to consolidate and amend the law relating to offences and the matter connected therewith and incidental thereto. So this was the basic information. Now let us move to the next part, and that is the applicability of the BNS. Applicability means on whom this BNS applies. Whether that accused of Nikki Bhati case will be punished under BNS. What about that brutal incident of Manisha? क्या accused के ऊपर that in Manisha incident will be making this IPC applicable? If suppose one of you who want to go to foreign for committing offence just for the purpose of understanding this law, करना नहीं है, because in your form they used to ask you कि क्या आपके खिलाफ कोई कंप्लेंट है, FIR है या क्रिमिनल प्रोसीडिंग है, you need to give that information. So don't indulge into the criminal matter. Yes, Sharad ko we are taking. Suppose Sharad goes to England और वहां जाकर कोहिनूर हीरा चुरा लाता है. थेफ्ट इज द ऑफेंस देयर इन इंग्लैंड ऑल्सो, इन भारतीय न्याय संहिता में भी. तो क्या हम उसे एक बार इंग्लैंड में पनिश करें, इंडिया में भी पनिश करें बिकॉज ही इज द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, या डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ डबल जियोपार्डी विल अप्लाई. इफ सपोज देयर इज एन इंडियन फ्लाइट, एयर इंडिया की फ्लाइट है, एंड ऑन दैट इन दैट फ्लाइट चाइनीज हैज मर्डर अफ्रीकन नेशनल, तो क्या उस चाइनीज के ऊपर भी BNS लगाए? What is the situation? To understand this, we have to understand the applicability of the BNS. Applicability को we read in two heads. One is intra-territorial applicability and another is extra-territorial applicability. Intra-territorial applicability का मतलब that offense is committed within India. Extra-territorial applicability मतलब offense इंडिया के बाहर भी हो सकता है, या offense इंडियन वेसल पे इंडिया के बाहर भी हो सकता है. तो let us see what is the law on that point regarding applicability. In order to understand intra-territorial applicability, we just have to cover one subsection, and that is 1 subsection 3 of the BNS. बस एक सबसेक्शन हमें पढ़ना है, क्योंकि पहले जो अलग अलग सेक्शन में दिया था that has been now been compiled in section 1 only, क्योंकि section 1 में 3 पार्ट है ना, short title and commencement we have seen. The third part we are seeing now. What is that? Application. Application हम देख रहे हैं. So 1 subsection 3 is about intra-territorial applicability. Applicability we'll understand in another head, and that is extra-territorial applicability. Extra-territorial applicability को पढ़ने के लिए we need to cover 3 things. First is 1 subsection 5 of BNS, read with 1 subsection 4 of the BNS, read with section 208 of the BNSS. Because law को we categorize into 2. It could be substantive law or procedural law. Let us understand what is the meaning of the term substantive law and procedural law. This is one of the category of law. Substantive law means ऐसे laws जो parties की rights और duties बताएं, ऐसे laws जो offense बताएं और उसकी जितनी punishment हो, that is being provided under that law. That is called as the substantive law. Substantive law means such law which determines rights and duties of the parties and which provides for the offense and the punishment for it. जो हम BNS पढ़ रहे हैं, that is the example of which law? Substantive law, क्योंकि ये हमें offense देता है और उसकी punishment भी देता है. So BNS will fall under substantive law. Constitution of India, जिसका 10 मार्क का क्वेश्चन they'll be asking you, that is also the example of substantive law. प्रोसीजरल लॉ मींस नाम में ही है प्रोसीजर, यानी ऐसे लॉ जो हमें प्रोसीजर बताएं कि ये राइट्स और ड्यूटीज को कैसे इंप्लीमेंट करना है, उन ऑफेंस की पनिशमेंट को कैसे देना है, हाउ द ट्रायल विल बी कंडक्टेड, हाउ एविडेंस विल बी टेकन, दैट आर कॉल्ड एज प्रोसीजरल लॉ. तो प्रोसीजरल लॉ मींस सच लॉज which provides for procedure as how to implement those rights and duties provided by substantive law. What procedure should be followed? For investigation, inquiry and trial of for the offence. How evidence will be taken? For example, they have asked under which section of the Indian Evidence Act, now obviously they'll be off from BSA, कौन सा section कहता है कि evidence need to be weighed not counted. 100? Yes. कौन सा ऐसा section है जो ये statement it used to contain? Evidence need to be weighed not counted. जो नहीं पढ़ के जाएगा, कॉन्सेप्ट क्लैरिटी नहीं होगी, उसको लगेगा ये कहाँ दिया है कि एविडेंस को हम वे करते हैं, काउंट नहीं करते हैं कि कितना नंबर ऑफ विटनेसेस है और कितना एविडेंस दिया गया. That is section 139 of the BSA, which says that there is no number of witness required to prove a fact. एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर नहीं है, हो सकता है एक क्रेडेंशियल विटनेस है एंड दैट इज गिविंग दी credential information regarding that fact. हो सकता है हमारे पास 10 witnesses हो, some term hostile, some are not trustworthy, so that is not important. So number of witnesses is no criteria, it could be one or more than one. So this section is 139 of the BSA. So how evidence will be taken, how trial, investigation and inquiry will be committed, that all is provided under the procedural law. और जो हम भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता पढ़ेंगे for the subject, that is the example of procedural law, and भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम, that is also the example of the procedural law which we will be reading. And every illustrations of the barracks, they have asked for the one time or the other, and many they have repeated for many times. But repetition will only be done to 3 to 4 questions, not more than that. और पूरा मिला लो स्टैटिक का तो हार्डली 10 to 15 questions out of those 150 question. तो केवल PYQ तक ही नहीं अपने आप को कॉन्फाइन करना है. They could be asking many more things from that. तो अदर देन पहले PYQ सॉल्व करना है, लेकिन उसके बाद यू हैव टू सॉल्व द सैंपल पेपर, यू हैव टू सॉल्व द टेस्ट सीरीज टू चेक योर प्रिपरेशन। तो प्रोसीजरल लॉ हमें बताता है कि क्या प्रोसीजर फॉलो होगा, तो ये तो बता दिएगा कि कब हम ऑफेंसेस में लायबिलिटी करेंगे, इफ इट इज द केस ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ द BNS, विच कोर्ट हैव द जुरिडिक्शन, कौन सी कोर्ट के पास जुरिडिक्शन आएगा। टू नो दैट वी हैव टू फॉलो 208 ऑफ द BNSs। तो लेट अस फर्स्ट सी इंट्रा टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी, and everything को will be reading in the form of ingredients। लॉ पढ़ने का there is one rule, पहला you have to follow the Bare Act, जिससे बहुत सारे बच्चों को डर लगता होगा, but that is not the case। मार्केट में मिथ है, मिसकंसेप्शन है कि Bare Act की लैंग्वेज इज टू टफ, इट इज jargon process to understand it, but that is not the case। but there is a way to read the Bare Act। पहला तरीका क्या है, go slow, धीरे धीरे पढ़ना होता है। सेकेंड वे इज यू हैव टू टेक नोट ऑफ इवन कॉमास, कॉमास के बीच की इंफॉर्मेशन, इट कंटेन्स द डिफरेंट लॉ और द एक्सेप्शन टू द लॉ। फॉर इंस्टेंस व्हेन यू विल बी रीडिंग जनरल एक्सेप्शन, यू विल बी फाइंडिंग मेनी थिंग इन बिटवीन कॉमास। पहले ग्रुप में यू डोंट हैव टू रीड दैट, क्योंकि वो अदर लॉ होगा या एक्सेप्शन टू द लॉ होगा। वेयरएवर यू फाइंड द टर्म एक्सेप्ट, अनलेस, प्रोवाइजो, ये सब एक्सेप्शन होता है। फर्स्ट गो में इट डजंट टू बी रेड। जब आप मर्डर पढ़ोगे, सेक्शन स्टार्ट होता है एक्सेप्ट इन द एक्सेप्शंस हियरिन आफ्टर एक्सेप्टेड। इफ यू विल बी रीडिंग, क्योंकि नॉर्मली नाउअडेज व्हाट पॉलिसी दे आर फॉलोइंग इन इंटरव्यू, दे आर आस्किंग यू टू रीड द बेयर एक्ट, आपसे बेयर एक्ट पढ़वा रहे हैं, एंड द वे यू विल बी रीडिंग वो समझ जाएंगे यू आर अ फर्स्ट टाइम रीडर या यू आर द हैबिचुअल रीडर ऑफ द बेयर एक्ट। सो फॉलो द बेयर एक्ट, बेयर एक्ट के बियॉन्ड नथिंग यू हैव टू डू। और बेयर एक्ट में जो सेक्शन दिया है उसको डिवाइड एंड रूल की पॉलिसी में पढ़ना है। What we understand with divide and rule की पॉलिसी, जो भी सेक्शन है उसको ब्रेक करना है इंग्रेडिएंट्स के फॉर्म में, and then we have to understand it। If you are reading the offense of theft, it merely have 5 ingredients। जैसे आपके एग्जाम में पूछा है कि a note is lying on a high road, A took it and he uses it, what offense A has committed। A को एक नोट मिलती है हाई रोड पे, ही टुक इट एंड ही इज यूजिंग दैट नोट, तो जो नहीं पढ़ के जाएगा वो क्या ऑफेंस लगा कर आएगा, चोरी का ऑफेंस लगा कर आएगा। दैट कैन नेवर बी द थेफ्ट, बिकॉज थेफ्ट इज द ऑफेंस अगेंस्ट पोजेशन एंड दैट नोट लाइंग ऑन द हाई रोड हैज नोबडीज पोजेशन। तो व्हेन यू विल बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट, आप आराम से सारी इलस्ट्रेशन लगा कर आओगे सही, एंड दैट इज द मेन पर्पस ऑफ टेलिंग यू। सो लेट अस सी इन दैट डिवाइड एंड रूल की पॉलिसी पे सेक्शन को हम डिवाइड करेंगे इंग्रेडिएंट्स के फॉर्म में, समझेंगे सेक्शन को, और फिर उसके बाद विल बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग थ्रू द इलस्ट्रेशन। अगर इलस्ट्रेशन हमारे बेयर एक्ट में होगी दैट विल बी टेकिंग, अगर नहीं होगा तो विल बी टेकिंग एग्जांपल्स फ्रॉम अदरवाइज एंड विल अंडरस्टैंडिंग द थिंग। तो इट हैज फॉलोइंग इंग्रेडिएंट, लेट अस सी व्हाट 1 सबसेक्शन 3 हैज, which ingredients are there in 1 subsection 3 of the BNS। It says that if the offense is committed by any person, और वो ऑफेंस होना कहां चाहिए, विथ इन इंडिया, then that person will be liable under BNS। इंट्रा टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी का क्या इंग्रेडिएंट्स है, ऑफेंस होना चाहिए, कौन करेगा, एनी पर्सन। Any person word has been used, it means nationality of the person is no concern। Nationality of the accused is no concern। It means दो पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है, accused इंडियन हो सकता है और he could be foreigner। और अ फॉरेन नेशनल। लेकिन ऑफेंस होना कहां चाहिए, विथ इन इंडिया, देन ओनली द लायबिलिटी ऑफ द पर्सन विल बी देयर एज पर 1 सबसेक्शन 3। यहाँ पे एक टर्म यूज हुआ है ऑफेंस, तो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड ऑफेंस. सपोज अ मैन इज देयर and that man commits the sexual intercourse with another married woman who is not the wife of that man with the consent of that woman, that will not be an offense because adultery is no more an offense. तो कैसे पता करें? Suppose आज की डेट में somebody does the seditious act, that is not the offense. तो how to tell कि कोई चीज offense है या नहीं है? So new law में to understand the offense we have to refer सेक्शन 2. नए लॉ में जो हमारा सेक्शन 2 है वो डेफिनेशन क्लॉज है. एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट बीएनएसएस एंड बीएसए, तो 2 का सबसेक्शन 1 का डिफरेंट क्लॉजेस इज अबाउट डेफिनेशन क्लॉज, एंड बीएनएस में अलग अलग क्लॉज में दैट अलग अलग टर्म्स हैज बीन डिफाइंड. सो 2 क्लॉज 24 में द टर्म ऑफेंस हैज बीन प्रोवाइडेड अंडर बीएनएस. तो समझ लेते हैं कि ये वर्ड ऑफेंस है क्या. वेरेवर द सेक्शन इज देयर, तो सेक्शन के बाद सब सेक्शन आता है, फिर क्लॉज आता है, देन सब क्लॉज. बट अगर डेफिनेशन क्लॉज है तो वी कॉल इट बाय द क्लॉज. तो सेक्शन 2 सबसेक्शन आई मीन क्लॉज 24 देख लेते हैं, विच प्रोवाइड्स फॉर द टर्म ऑफेंस अंडर बीएनएस. Offense means thing which is punishable under this Sanhita. Here the word thing has been used क्योंकि एग्जाम में when you are writing मेंस का पेपर, you are not supposed to write the bare act in the language of the bare act. It is next to impossible to cram that. और रटना नहीं है कुछ भी लॉ में, be it for the first stage और the last stage के लिए. You have to understand the law और keywords इस्तेमाल करना है. If you are writing question on common intention, आपने नहीं लिखा in furtherance of common intention, you will not get the marks. If you have written answer on common object, you have not mentioned in prosecution of the common object by any member of the unlawful assembly, you will not get the marks. If you are writing answer on res geste, if you have not written such fact which is connected with either relevant fact or fact in issue so as to form the part of same transaction, you will not get the marks. So keywords are required which you need to mention in your answer. So offense means thing which is punishable under this Sanhita. Thing का मतलब है things punishable under this Sanhita, and things का मतलब है consequence of any human conduct, consequence of any human conduct. और इस ह्यूमन कंडक्ट में टू थिंग विल कम. वन इज एक्ट, एक्ट इज पॉजिटिव एक्ट ऑफ डूइंग समथिंग, और इट इज इलीगल ओमिशन. Every omission under law will not create your liability. It is only the illegal omission which will create your liability. जैसे यूपी एपीओ में last time they have asked, A has a sufficient food. A के पास बहुत sufficient अनाज है, but he did not provide to a beggar, और उस beggar की death हो जा रही है. What offense A has committed? जो बच्चा बहुत moral होगा, जो emotionally weak होगा, वो क्या लगा कर आएगा? नहीं, he should be liable. खाना होते हुए भी उसने खाना नहीं दिया. But that is not the case, because law में we only have to decide the liability according to the law. What law says, what is legal wrong. तो illegal omission will only make the liability. Illegal omission मतलब यहाँ word इस्तेमाल हुआ है illegal omission. Let us understand that every omission will not make the person liable. अंडर क्रिमिनल लॉ। हर ओमिशन लायबिलिटी नहीं करेगा, इसीलिए मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे गिव दीज टू एग्जाम्पल। क्या क्या है देख लेते हैं। सपोज बच्चे, व्हाट्स योर गुड नेम? मे आई टेक यू इन द एग्जाम्पल? यस, Sajid. Suppose Sajid is there and he is a very good swimmer और इसने इंडिया के लिए मेडल भी लेकर आया है स्विमिंग में। He is a very good swimmer, फिर भी in front of him a person A is drowning and he is shouting, save me, save me. The fact is Sajid is a very good swimmer and in front of him a person A is drowning and he is shouting, save me, save me. He did not save him and this person A dies by drowning. Decide the liability of Sajid. No offense. How we are saying so? Similarly, if Shivani has too much of food, sufficient food she has, but when a beggar came before her और कहता है मैं आपके लिए दुआएं भी करूंगा कि आपका यूपी एपीओ क्वालिफाई हो जाए विद गुड रैंक, देन ऑल्सो शी सेड, अच्छे तो हो आप, काम करो, आई विल नॉट बी गिविंग यू अ सिंगल पेनी फ्रॉम माई साइड, आई विल नॉट बी गिविंग यू एनी फूड फ्रॉम माई साइड, एंड द beggar, because she did not serve any food, and this beggar died. Again, there won't be any liability on the part of Shivani. Why? Because there is no illegal omission on the part of these two persons. Illegal omission कब होता है? When there is a legal duty to do something. Legal duty हो अगर किसी काम को करने के लिए and you are omitting to do that, then it is said it is a illegal omission. When there is a legal duty to do something and this legal duty is being violated, then only it is said that there is illegal omission. And only illegal omission will make the person liable. तो offense का मतलब क्या है? Thing which is punishable under this संहिता. Thing के अंदर का मतलब क्या हुआ? Consequence of a human conduct. इस human conduct में act आ सकता है. Suppose Chand is beat, बस example है, beat his wife. It is the act. साथ ही साथ उसे खाना भी नहीं देता है. And the person dies. और ये यूपी एपीओ का सवाल भी है कि सपोज चंद इज देयर, चंद बीट्स हिज वाइफ एंड illegally omits to give her food, और एग्जाम्पल है and she dies. Decide the liability of C. Decide the liability of C. Fact is, C beats his wife and illegally omits to give her food and she dies. Decide the liability of C. Because here, whatever consequence is there, it is partly by act and partly by illegal omission. कोई भी काम हम एक्ट के लिए के थ्रू कर सकते हैं. एक्ट का मतलब डूइंग ऑफ पॉजिटिव एक्ट, ओमिशन मतलब इलीगल ओमिशन. और ये कहां लिखा है कि एनी एक्ट कैन बी डन पार्टली बाय एक्ट एंड पार्टली बाय इलीगल ओमिशन इन 3 सबसेक्शन 7 ऑफ द बीएनएस. कि एक्ट, कोई भी एक काम हम पार्टली एक्ट के द्वारा कर सकते हैं और पार्टली ओमिशन के द्वारा भी कर सकते हैं. जहां जहां एक्ट होगा वहां पर इलीगल ओमिशन भी होगा. तो what should be the liability? Option is A, murder, B, culpable homicide not amounting to murder, C, only for grievous hurt, D, no offense. What should be the liability? Raise your hand. How many of you are with option number A, murder? Okay. How many of you are with option number B, culpable homicide not amounting to murder? How many of you are with नोटा का ऑप्शन नहीं होता है unless it is given in that particular क्वेश्चन के ऑप्शन में, और यहाँ पर you have to try, क्योंकि आप गलतियां करोगे नहीं, आप सीखोगे नहीं, and you are here to learn. How many of you are with C option, grievous hurt? How many of you are with D offense, I mean no offense, with D option? तो यहाँ पर all of you have answered correctly और unanimous decision आपने दिया है yes, he will be liable for the offense of murder, and this is the illustration of 3 subsection 7 of the BNS कि act can be done partly by act and partly by illegal omission. तो पहला टर्म क्या है 1 subsection 3 का, that offense must be committed. offense होना चाहिए. offense का मतलब हमने देख लिया, ऐसी चीज जिसकी की पनिशमेंट हो अंडर संहिता. टेल मी whether adultery is the offense for the संहिता or not? No, क्योंकि ये तो जोसेफ साइन के केस में पहले ही हटा दिया गया था. It is only a ground for civil remedy. What about sedition? Is it the offense under BNS? No, these are not offense. क्योंकि अगर कोई भी चीज ऑफेंस है कैसे पता करेंगे? उसकी पनिशमेंट होनी चाहिए. And punishment will be reading. They ask you how many kinds of punishment are there under BNS. It is 6. A new form of punishment has been added, that is the community service. लेकिन community service यहाँ defined नहीं है. That has been provided in 23 subsection 3 का explanation of the BNS. ऐसी कोई service which is for the benefit of the community, which court orders to that person and for which no remuneration is given, that could be a community service. So anything which is punishable under this संहिता, that will be called as the offense. Think का मतलब consequence of any human conduct. इस conduct में positive act आ सकता है या illegal omission. Illegal omission मतलब there is legal duty to do that thing and that has been omitted. ये करेगा कौन offense? By any person. As the term person has been used, it means accused इंडियन हो सकता है या फॉरेनर, लेकिन होगा कहाँ? इंडिया के अंदर. then only the liability will be there as per section 1 subsection 3 of the BNS. तो क्या क्या ingredient हुए? offense. accused can be anyone, it could be me, you, any Indian or a foreigner, लेकिन offense कहाँ होगा? इंडिया के अंदर. let us understand this with the help of example. We all know Atul Subhash suicide case. Whether on this person BNS will be applicable? Yes, लेकिन suicide तो suicide BNS applicable होगा या नहीं होगा? इसको चेक करने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे कि क्या वो एक्ट पनिशेबल है या नहीं है. माई क्वेश्चन टू यू इज कि क्या अतुल सुभाष का जो सुसाइड था दैट इज एन ऑफेंस? सुसाइड इज नॉट द ऑफेंस. सुसाइड मीन्स इंटेंशनली किलिंग ऑफ वनसेल्फ. कैसे हम डिसीज इंसान को स्वर्ग से लेकर आएंगे, उसका ट्रायल करेंगे? सुसाइड ना पहले ऑफेंस था ना अब ऑफेंस है. पहले अटेम्प्ट टू सुसाइड ऑफेंस था, अब नहीं है. ओनली इन वन सिचुएशन, दैट इज when you are restraining or compelling a public servant from discharging his official duty. abatement of suicide पहले भी offense था, अभी भी offense है. तो suicide के लिए there is no liability because it is next to impossible to bring a deceased from heaven and to put him on trial. हाँ, abatement to suicide है. यहाँ पे we have to decide कि क्या that in-laws and the wife should be liable for abatement of suicide. that we have to see. Nikki Bhati case में whether the husband to be made liable because that offense has been done in India. डावरी डेथ नहीं लगेगा. Why? डावरी डेथ के लिए within 7 years that unnatural death should be there. Harassment लग सकता है, cruelty लग सकता है, murder लग सकता है, but not the dowry death. Suppose Malia is there, और Malia, just for the purpose of making you understand this, सारे टेस्ट पेपर चुरा लेती है दृष्टि से, प्रयागराज सेंटर से, एपीओ वाले, कि पहले मुझे पता चल जाएगा स्टैटिक वाला स्पेशली, so that I will learn the answer, then I'll perform well. So what she has done, Malia is an Indian citizen. She has committed the offense of theft under section 303 subsection 1 of the BNS. और कहाँ किया है? In Prayagraj. In Prayagraj. Tell me whether she will be liable under BNS as per section 1 subsection 3. Yes or no? Yes. क्या चेक करोगे आप? दो एक्ट किया है, क्या वो पनिशेबल है? Yes. थेफ्ट के लिए प्रॉपर्टी का नेचर क्या होना चाहिए? मूवेबल. ओनली 5 इंग्रेडिएंट्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. जैसे आपसे पूछा है कि क्रिमिनल मिसअप्रोप्रिएशन के लिए व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी इज नीडेड? इज इट मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी, इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी, बोथ, और इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द फैक्ट एंड सर्कमस्टेंस ऑफ द केस. इट इज ओनली द मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. जैसे चोरी अंडर बीएनएस केवल मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी की हो सकती है. हाँ, टेस्ट पेपर्स आर मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी. इट इज इन द पोजेशन ऑफ दृष्टि, किसी और की पोजेशन में है, उसके कंसेंट से, विदाउट द कंसेंट ऑफ द मैनेजमेंट, विद डिसऑनेस्ट इंटेंशन. डिसऑनेस्टली शी हैज मूव दैट प्रॉपर्टी. क्योंकि चोरी के लिए जब भी कोई आप ऑफेंस पढ़ोगे, व्हेन विल मूव टू द ऑफेंस पार्ट, आई विल टेल यू कि कैसे पढ़ना है ऑफेंस को. सबसे पहले वी सी द एक्टस रियस फॉर द ऑफेंस. एक्टस रियस मींस द फिजिकल एलिमेंट. फॉर थेफ्ट इट इज मूविंग द मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी, इट इज नॉट द टेकिंग. अगर आपने थोड़ा सा इंच भी मूव किया है प्रॉपर्टी को विद डिसऑनेस्ट इंटेंशन, दैट कॉन्स्टिट्यूट द एक्टस रियस फॉर द ऑफेंस ऑफ थेफ्ट. Mere actus reus will not make the person liable if the offense is fault or guilt based offense. Mens rea भी चाहिए. Mens rea क्या है? Dishonest intention. अगर dishonest intention के साथ she has moved the property. Dishonest intention क्या है? That we have to see in 2 clause 7 of the BNS. Intention of either causing wrongful gain to one person or wrongful loss to another. और यहाँ पर दृष्टि को wrongful loss हुआ है. Because when the property is being stolen, so yes, she will be liable for the offense of theft. Now let me know कि on this आप मुझे बताओगे, there is an embassy and this is the US का embassy, और ये न्यू दिल्ली में लोकेटेड है, इन चाणकपुरी एरिया ऑफ दिल्ली. और यहां पर a person X, आप में से कोई आना चाहता है? ओके, काजोल एन इंडियन सिटीजन, शी हैज गॉन इन द यूएस एम्बेसी और कह रहा है बहुत टैरिफ वेरिफ का इश्यूज कर रहे हो, आई विल किल समबडी. तो एक डिप्लोमेट को ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, बस मर्डर का ऑफेंस करके आ जाती है. फैक्ट इज काजोल एन इंडियन सिटीजन, शी हैज कमिटेड द ऑफेंस ऑफ मर्डर. कहाँ किया है? इनसाइड द यूएस एम्बेसी विच इज लोकेटेड इन दिल्ली, न्यू दिल्ली में. यू हैव टू टेल मी कि क्या इस सिचुएशन में हम 1 सबसेक्शन 3 लगाएं या नहीं लगाएं. व्हाट इज योर आंसर? फैक्ट इज यूएस एम्बेसी है. कहां पर है? न्यू दिल्ली पे है. और वहां पर इंडियन सिटीजन ने ऑफेंस किया है मर्डर. मर्डर इज द ऑफेंस दैट हैज बीन प्रोवाइडेड इन 101 ऑफ द बीएनएस. ऑन दिस फैक्चुअल सिचुएशन यू हैव टू टेल कि क्या 1 subsection 3 of the BNS will apply or not. जब भी कोई सेक्शन अप्लाइड क्वेश्चन आता है, आपको क्या करना होगा? आपको सेक्शन के इंग्रेडिएंट चेक करना है. लेट अस कम बैक टू द इंग्रेडिएंट और फिर आप बताओगे कि व्हाट इज द आंसर ऑफ दिस. पहले बताओ क्या ऑफेंस पहला इंग्रेडिएंट क्या है? ऑफेंस. ऑफेंस का मतलब एज वी हैव अंडरस्टूड 2 clause 24 ऑफ द BNS इज थिंग पनिशेबल अंडर दिस BNS. क्या मर्डर पनिशेबल है? यस. एक्यूज का नेशनैलिटी इज नो कंसर्न, इंडियन हो या फॉरेनर. अब ये चेक करो क्या इंडिया के अंदर ऑफेंस हुआ है? Yes या no? How many of you are saying yes? Raise your hand. आप हाथ उठा सकते हो, आप गलतियां करोगे नहीं, आप सीखोगे नहीं. Yes, और there is no negative marking here. नेगेटिव मार्किंग आपके फाइनल एग्जाम में होगी या यहाँ पे टेस्ट पेपर्स में होगी. Yes? Anybody of you? नोटा का ऑप्शन नहीं होगा, या तो आप बोलोगे कि हो रहा है या बोलोगे नहीं हो रहा है. नोटा इज नॉट देयर. 1 सबसेक्शन 3 विल नॉट अप्लाई, क्योंकि जिस भी कंट्री की एम्बेसी होती है वो उस कंट्री का पार्ट होता है. तो ये किस कंट्री का हम पार्ट मानेंगे? यूएस का. यूएस लॉज विल बी एप्लीकेबल. लेकिन अगर उसके जस्ट बाहर होता, गेट के बाहर, तब क्या हमारा 1 सबसेक्शन 3 लग जाता? यस, इट विल बी, बिकॉज दैट इज विथ इन इंडिया. तो यहां पर दो पॉसिबिलिटी है फॉर द एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ 1 सबसेक्शन 3. एक्यूज का लोकेशन के बारे में सेक्शन इज साइलेंट. रिगार्डिंग लोकेशन ऑफ एक्यूज, सेक्शन इज साइलेंट. तो दो पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है. एक्यूज इंडिया में रहकर ऑफेंस करे, या ही इज आउटसाइड इंडिया एंड बिकॉज ऑफ हिम ऑफेंस इज कमिटेड विद इन इंडिया. पहली पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है? एक्यूज इज विद इन इंडिया. दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटी है एक्यूज इज आउटसाइड इंडिया. Accused is outside India and because of him offense is committed within India. ये सिचुएशन तो इट इज क्लियर कि एक्यूज इंडिया में है और उसकी वजह से ऑफेंस हो रहा है. फॉर एग्जांपल इन निर्भया केस, ऑल्दो रेपिस्ट्स वर देयर इन इंडिया एंड दे हैव डन द ब्रूटल गैंग रेप ऑफ द निर्भया. पार्लियामेंट अटैक केस, जेसिका लाल मर्डर केस, हैदराबाद गैंग रेप केस, कठुआ रेप केस, ऑल विल फॉल अंडर दिस. एक्यूज इंडिया में रहकर ऑफेंस कर रहा है. लेट अस सी दिस सिचुएशन जहां पर एक्यूज इंडिया के बाहर है एंड बिकॉज ऑफ हिम इफ द ऑफेंस इज कमिटेड विद इन इंडिया, तो क्या हम अपना 1 सबसेक्शन 3 लगाएं? यस, क्योंकि जब हमारा सेक्शन किसी चीज पे साइलेंट होता है, इट मींस वी विल इंक्लूड ऑल द पॉसिबल इंटरप्रिटेशन इन दैट. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. सपोज इफ अर्चना, आपको हम इंडिया के बॉर्डर के बियॉन्ड कर देते हैं. सपोज दिस इज इंडिया पाकिस्तान का बॉर्डर. एंड हेयर, क्योंकि लॉ पढ़ने का ये तरीका भी होता है, मेक योरसेल्फ द एक्यूज विक्टिम, सेट योरसेल्फ इन द इलस्ट्रेशन इन द केस लॉज, यू विल रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग. क्योंकि मैनी लैंडमार्क केस का दे आर गिविंग द फैक्ट एंड दे आर आस्किंग यू, तो कैसे आप ये दिमाग में रखोगे ये कौन सा इलस्ट्रेशन है? बाय कीपिंग योरसेल्फ इन द एग्जाम्पल. लेकिन करना नहीं है, ये नहीं कि आप प्रैक्टिकल कर रहे हो, प्रैक्टिकल करके अच्छा समझ में आएगा. नो, ओनली यू हैव फॉर दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग पर्पस के लिए. सपोज अर्चना इज देयर एंड शी इज ऑन द पाकिस्तान के साइड में, और वहां से शी इज ओपनिंग फायर एंड अ पर्सन बी इज किल्ड. अब मुझे बताओ बी कहां मरा है, कहां इसकी डेथ हुई है? इन इंडिया. टेल मी वेदर दिस अर्चना ए टू बी लायबल एज पर 1 सबसेक्शन 3 और नॉट. लायबल करे या नहीं लायबल करे? फैक्ट इज देयर इज एन इंडियन सिटीजन. कहां पर है? लोकेशन है आउटसाइड इंडिया, बियॉन्ड इंडिया, इन पाकिस्तान, और बॉर्डर पे रहते हुए ओपन फायर किया है एंड अ पर्सन बी इज किल्ड विद इन इंडिया. तो क्या हम 1 सबसेक्शन 3 लगाएं? यस, क्योंकि 1 सबसेक्शन 3 इज साइलेंट ऑन द लोकेशन ऑफ द एक्यूज. जब कोई सेक्शन साइलेंट होता है तो इसका मतलब whatever possibilities are there that will be included. तो इंडिया में रहकर अगर ऑफेंडर ऑफेंस कर रहा है या अगर बाहर है और उसकी वजह से इंडिया में ऑफेंस हो रहा है, then he will be liable for the offense. And offenses like abatement, जो हम पढ़ेंगे इन कोर्ट ऑफेंस में, क्रिमिनल कॉन्स्पिरेसी, चीटिंग. ये एग्जॉस्टिव लिस्ट नहीं है. एग्जॉस्टिव लिस्ट नहीं है मतलब it is not complete. Waging war against the government of India. So these are the few examples of the offenses जहां पर accused India के बाहर, AC stand for accused is outside India, and because of him, if offense is committed within India, he will be held liable. तो अब समझ लेते हैं, we have completed 1 subsection 3 इंट्रा-टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी क्या बोलता है. It only says that पहला इंग्रेडिएंट है ऑफेंस मस्ट बी कमिटेड. And for offense, as we know, we have to refer to clause 24 of the BNS. It means such thing must be punishable under Sanhita. As the word person is used, it means accused can be Indian or a foreigner. Location of the accused is not mentioned. It means location of accused is immaterial. There are two possibilities. Accused being within India commits offense inside India. Second possibility is accused is outside India, being on some foreign land, he commits offense within India. And the most important factor for 1 subsection 3 to be applicable is ऑफेंस इंडिया के अंदर होना चाहिए. ऑफेंस मस्ट बी कमिटेड विद इन इंडिया. These are the ingredients. Let us understand one more illustration on this. Suppose Janvi is there and there is an Indian embassy. Which is there in Brazil, and this Indian embassy के अंदर which is there in Brazil, one of the person have committed the offense of extortion. Tell me कि क्या आप इस J के ऊपर 1 subsection 3 लगाओगे या नहीं लगाओगे. Fact is J have committed the offense of extortion. कहाँ किया है? इंडियन एम्बेसी में, जो कि कहां पे लोकेटेड है? ब्राजील में. क्या आप लगाओगे नहीं लगाओगे? पहले चेक करो ऑफेंस हुआ है, एक्सटॉर्शन इज द ऑफेंस, नेशनैलिटी ऑफ द अक्यूज इज नो कंसर्न. क्या इंडिया के अंदर हुआ है? अभी तो हमने देखा है कि जिस भी कंट्री का एम्बेसी होती है वो उस कंट्री का पार्ट होती है. तो इंडियन एम्बेसी जहां जहां होगी वो किसका पार्ट होगी? इंडिया का पार्ट होगी, एंड इंडिया लॉ विल बी एप्लीकेबल ऑन दैट पॉइंट. तो यस, जे विल बी बुक्ड, आई एम इन लायबल as per 1 subsection 3 of the BNS. This is about intra-territorial applicability. Extra-territorial applicability में we have 3 situations. Let us understand those. I hope you have written this. and they used to ask the question assertion और reasoning के form में भी. As I told you कि यूपी में एपीओ में क्वेश्चंस पहला है डायरेक्टली ऑप्शन बेस्ड. 4 options are given and they'll be asking you कि out of those options which one is the correct. Second way of asking is assertion reasoning. Assertion reasoning का question I believe you know. Assertion में they used to give one statement. एक से दो क्वेश्चन assertion reasoning में भी आ रहा है in this form. Assertion में they used to write a statement. They assert something. और यहां पर उस स्टेटमेंट में दे प्रोवाइड द रीजन, द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दैट असर्शन. तो सबसे पहले आपको चेक क्या करना होता है असर्शन रीजनिंग में? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू चेक कि क्या दोनों स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है. यू हैव टू चेक वेदर असर्शन में जो स्टेटमेंट है स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1 लेट इट बी, रीजनिंग में जो स्टेटमेंट है स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 वेदर दैट इज ट्रू और नॉट. क्योंकि ऑप्शन में लिखा होता है ए इज ट्रू, आर इज ट्रू, A is false, R is true, both are true, both are false. तो सबसे पहले you have to examine कि जो statement लिखा है क्या वो correct statement है. Then you have to check कि ये जो reasoning में जो statement लिखा है क्या वही logic है, reason है behind that assertion. If the answer is yes, तो आपका option हो जाएगा A and R both are correct and R is the correct reasoning of A. और अगर ये उसकी reasoning नहीं होगी तो option कौन सा सही हो जाएगा? It is not the reasoning of assertion A. I am asking one question. देखो आप बता पाओगे या नहीं बता पाओगे. As I told you कि section based how they have given either directly section number they are asking or the content. For example, for the BSA they are giving following is not included in term quote as given in section 2 subsection 1 C of the BSA. तो दे आर आस्किंग कि कौन सा टर्म जो है वो नहीं इंक्लूडेड है इन द टर्म कोर्ट. इज इट जज, इज इट मैजिस्ट्रेट, इज इट आर्बिट्रेटर or is it such person who is legally authorized to take the evidence. They are asking you कि कोर्ट में कौन सा पर्सन नहीं इंक्लूडेड होता है. दैट इज वेल रिटन इन द सेक्शन. जजेस, मैजिस्ट्रेट और हर वो पर्सन जो लीगली ऑथराइज है टू टेक एविडेंस सब कोर्ट में आएगा एक्सेप्ट आर्बिट्रेटर. तो आर्बिट्रेटर विल बी द ऑप्शन. दिस दे हैव आस्क्ड. दे आस्क यू बाय गिविंग पुलिस एक्ट से कि विच ऑफ द सेक्शन प्रोवाइड्स फॉर द ड्यूटी ऑफ द पुलिस ऑफिसर अंडर द पुलिस एक्ट ऑफ 1861. 4 ऑप्शन, इट इज सेक्शन 23. दे गिव यू 4 आइटम्स ऑफ एनिमल्स और पूछते हैं इनमें कौन सा कैटल नहीं है एज पर द पुलिस एक्ट एंड रेगुलेशन. Out of those mentioned, dog was not there. So they directly ask you from the section also, from the concept also. So extraterritorial applicability will be doing in the next class. If there is any doubt, you can ask me regarding your preparation, test series, or how will be helping you, or any other concern. If there is any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, one subsection more we can do for today. Abhi we have some more minutes. Any doubt? वो केस तो नहीं है. More study, more confusion, therefore no study, no confusion. I believe second is not your case because your faces should be there in the final list of UP qualified people, है ना. आप सबको मिलना है कहाँ पे? मुरादाबाद ट्रेनिंग में. You all have to be there. Let us see that extraterritorial का first part. It contains 3 situations. But before that, I am reading that part जो मैंने आपको इंटरटेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी में पढ़ाया है. एवरी, देखो जो बताया वही है क्या, एवरी पर्सन, आई एम रीडिंग 1 सबसेक्शन 3 ऑफ द BNS, एवरी पर्सन shall be liable to punishment under this Sanhita and not otherwise for every act or omission contrary to the provisions thereof of which he shall be guilty within India. Let us see the extraterritorial applicability का instance. पहला instance हम देखने जा रहे हैं. Let us see the ingredient of 1 subsection 5. As I told you, every law will be decoding in the form of ingredient. तो देख लेते हैं इसका क्या ingredient है. Offense होगा, लेकिन यहां पर accused कौन है, Indian citizen. Accused cannot be a foreigner for the applicability of 1 subsection 5 का that fourth clause, clause number A. It has 3 situations. तो पहला situation हम देख रहे हैं, offense is committed by an Indian citizen. और कहां किया है इस इंडियन सिटीजन ने ऑफेंस, आउटसाइड इंडिया, इंडिया के बाहर. हाउ वी कम टू नो दैट ऑफेंस इज कमिटेड आउटसाइड इंडिया, बिकॉज हियर द वर्ड विदाउट एंड बियॉन्ड इज यूज्ड. विदाउट एंड बियॉन्ड इज यूज्ड. विदाउट एंड बियॉन्ड का मतलब ही होता है इट इज आउटसाइड इंडिया, दैट इज ऑन सम फॉरेन लैंड. दिस सेक्शन हैज, आई मीन 1 subsection 5 का clause A have only following ingredients. Offense होगा, offense का मतलब we have already understood. 2 clause, किस clause में offense है? Who knows, they can ask you. जैसे आपसे पूछा है कि valuable security कहाँ दी है in BNS, it is 2 clause 31. They have asked voluntarily, where that is given, 2 clause 33. So directly they can ask you, है ना? And I'll tell you all those important terms. 2 clause 24 में it means something which is punishable under this Sanhita. ऑफेंस करेगा कौन, इंडियन सिटीजन. इट मींस फॉर द एप्लीकेबिलिटी ऑफ क्लॉज ए ऑफ सबसेक्शन 5 ऑफ सेक्शन 1, एक्यूज कुड नॉट बी द फॉरेनर. और ऑफेंस हो कहां रहा है, इंडिया के बाहर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सौरभ, इंडियन सिटीजन, और नए लॉ में वी हैव नॉट टेकन नेम ऑफ एनी कंट्री, रादर वी हैव यूज्ड द टर्म without and beyond India. जहां भी आप without and beyond India देखोगे, you will be understanding that it is outside India. So if Saurabh, an Indian citizen, have committed the offense of murder, जो कि पहले हमारे IPC के illustration में क्या लिखा था, it was an foreign country का name है ना, युगांडा. yes. तो offense of murder कहां किया है, on any territory without and beyond India. Tell me, क्या सौरभ के ऊपर आप सेक्शन 1 सबसेक्शन 5 क्लॉज ए लगाओगे and you will be making him liable under BNS? yes or no? you have to check the ingredient. offense हुआ है, murder is the offense under BNS. accused कौन है, इंडियन सिटीजन है, हो कहां रहा है, इंडिया के बाहर. It means all the ingredients are fulfilled. It means he will be booked, because the purpose of this subsection, the clause A, is to prevent Indians from committing offence outside India. This is your clause A. The provision of this Sanhita shall also apply to any offence committed by A, any citizen of India in any place without and beyond India. There are 2 more instances. दूसरा भी देख लेते हैं. It says that offense is committed by any person, लेकिन ये offense हो कहां रहा है, on Indian ship or aircraft. Indian ship or Indian aircraft. वर्ड क्या यूज किया गया है आपके बैरक में, शिप और एयरक्राफ्ट विच इज रजिस्टर्ड इन इंडिया. ऑफेंस कौन करेगा? एनी पर्सन. एज द वर्ड पर्सन इज यूज, इट कुड बी एन इंडियन सिटीजन और अ फॉरेन नेशनल. हो कहाँ रहा है? ऐसी शिप में या एयरक्राफ्ट में जिसका कि इंडिया में रजिस्ट्रेशन है, मीनिंग देयर बाय इंडियन शिप और इंडियन एयरक्राफ्ट. और वो इंडियन शिप और एयरक्राफ्ट कहाँ है? कहीं पर भी हो, लोकेशन डजंट मैटर, क्योंकि आपकी बैरक में वर्ड लिखा है वेयरएवर इट मे बी. Let us see the ingredients of 1 subsection 5 clause B, which is another instance of extraterritorial applicability. Offense होगा by any person, Indian ship या Indian aircraft में, location of that ship or aircraft is immaterial. Let us understand this with the help of example. Suppose this is an Air India का flight. बच्चे, व्हाट्स योर गुड नेम? यस, आपका? हाँ हाँ, विकास. सपोज विकास इज देयर एंड ही इज ट्रेवलिंग इन एयर इंडिया की फ्लाइट में, जो कि कैलिफोर्निया के एयर स्पेस में है. और नेक्स्ट टू हिम इज अ चाइनीज नेशनल सिटिंग, और इसको वो कोविड वाले वायरस का ग्रज अभी तक गया नहीं है, और पता चल रहा है कि दे आर डूइंग सम रिसर्च टू मेक इवन मोर फैटल वायरस ऑन इवन दैट कोविड-19 से भी ज्यादा हार्मफुल. तो गुस्सा तो अंदर बहुत है, तो इसको लगता है कि दिस इज द बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू किल हिम. तो ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करता है, अपनी फ्लाइट में द नेक्स्ट पैसेंजर हु इज अ चाइनीज नेशनल उसे मार देता है. टेल मी कि क्या हम विकास के ऊपर 1 सबसेक्शन 5 का क्लॉज बी लगाएं. Check all the ingredients. Offense हुआ है, yes, murder. Any person, Indian हो या foreigner. Indian aircraft में हुआ है, yes, Air India is registered in India. कहीं पर भी हो, कैलिफोर्निया के एयर स्पेस में हो या outside India, that does not make any difference. Now, the last question for today is, which you have to answer. Suppose this is a foreign vessel. Foreign vessel means it belongs to foreign country, and on this foreign country, foreigner, suppose this is from Japan, Japanese has killed a person X, and that to be when that foreign vessel is on high seas. Fact is, a foreigner is there, he has killed X. कहाँ पे मारा है? Foreign vessel के अंदर मारा है. Where when that vessel is on high seas, you have to tell the liability of this J. क्या हम इसके ऊपर अब तक जितना आपने सब सेक्शन पढ़ा है वो लायबल होगा, एप्लीकेबल होगा? पहले देखो, क्या इंटर टेरिटोरियल एप्लीकेबिलिटी हम लगाएंगे? नो. ऑफेंस इंडिया के अंदर तो हुआ ही नहीं है. हाई सीज पर नो कंट्री हैव ज्यूरिडिक्शन. क्या हम एक्स्ट्रा टेरिटोरियल का क्लॉज ए लगाएंगे? नो. ऑफेंस वहां पर इंडियन करेगा. क्या हम बी लगाएंगे? नो, क्योंकि वो इंडियन वेसल के अंदर होना चाहिए. दैट इज नॉट द केस. तो यहां पर दैट yes, this much whatever we have read, that will not be applicable. And rest third instance and the other provision along with the more key terms, how the liability will be there. और क्यों, जो आपके एग्जाम में पूछा है कि a person is drowning and is insensible, उसे भी एक बचाता है, but he is trying to save him by a hook, let it be that is for catching fish. उस हुक से उसे इंजरी हो जाती है. What is the liability of that person? क्या होगा? No offense, because mens rea is missing. Moreover, necessity का defense will be getting. तो how to decide the liability? That basic maxim, actus non facit rea nisi mens rea. क्या mens rea का कोई exception है? Like they have asked in your exam, which of the following offense is exception to the doctrine of mens rea? ऑप्शन नंबर ए थेफ्ट, बी पब्लिक न्यूसेंस, सी एक्सटॉर्शन, डी रॉबरी. इट इज पब्लिक न्यूसेंस, क्योंकि ऑफेंस को we used to categorize in two category, fault or guilt based offense and another is strict liability offense. तो fault और guilt based offense के लिए ही mens rea is seen. So that we will be doing in tomorrow's class कि how this person will not be liable for no offense. And whatever illustrations question I have asked, that is from the question of the UP APO, so as to give you an insight कि what is the range of the question which they are asking and what is the level of the question, fault or guilt based offense, and you will be able to do it चाहे वो maxim based पूछे, case laws based पूछे या applied पूछे या directly from illustration they are asking, or it is no fault or strict liability offense. Only for such offenses which fall in the first category of fault or guilt based offense mens rea is required, because strict liability offense के लिए this is exception to the doctrine of mens rea, this is exception to the basic maxim of actus non facitorium nisi mens rea, which says that an act alone cannot be criminal in itself unless it is accompanied with guilty mind. So we'll be elaborating all this in tomorrow's class. Thank you for today's class. Is there any doubt? You can ask me, or we'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. वो तो होगा ही, होगा ही. हाँ, मैंने आपको बोला था क्लास में, आपने शायद ऑनलाइन नहीं देखा था. आई यूज्ड टू टेल क्योंकि हर बार राजस्थान रिजेक्टेड कैंडिडेट्स की लिस्ट जारी करती थी जिनके फॉर्म में कुछ गलती हो जाती थी. इस बार वो जारी किया नहीं था, तो या तो वो लीग से हटके काम करती, लेकिन उससे पहले एडमिट कार्ड इशू तो करना होगा. तो मैंने क्लास में बोला था वो होगा नहीं. आई वॉज रिपोर्टिंग दैट लेक्चर एंड आई टोल्ड कि इट वोंट बी कंडक्टेड, है ना. हाँ, लेकिन बहुत दूर नहीं जाएगा. और पुराने लॉ देयर आस्किंग, तो वो तो एज है ना आपके लिए. और लॉ तो आप देख रहे हो, लॉ यूपी का हो गया या झारखंड का हो गया, इट इज वेरी वेल अचीवेबल. आपके हाथ जो थोड़ा फंसेंगे वो स्टैटिक पोर्शन में, बट इफ यू वर्क ऑन इट यू विल बी एबल टू क्वालिफाई इट. I'll guide. नहीं, the more answers you will be submitting, the more correction and the feedback you will be getting. एक तो टेस्ट सीरीज के फॉर्म में होगा. ना, one form is that test series we are giving for UP APO. It is up to you. You want to take every week or alternate days. That means you will be writing answers. That will be evaluated. Another thing is that if you want your answers to be corrected, you can ask the faculty, you can write it and you can submit it, or you can give to the management. They can hand over to us. नहीं, online mode में भी the same facility will be given. But online के लिए you have to ask the mechanism how it will be submitted, है ना. The more details you will be getting regarding this from the management. How exactly you have to submit your answers. So you can make there are that number. You have the number of Delhi. है आपके पास? To whom? Prayagraj Center or in Delhi? Okay. They are not known to it. Okay, I'll ask the team and I'll report back to you in tomorrow's class. It will be taken. It will be. No, both modes. It is up to you. Which mode you are preferring to? It is in both the mode, online as well as offline. हाँ, yes. मतलब लॉ का नहीं, इट इज तो, और स्टैटिक के लिए तो डिफरेंट फैकल्टी विल बी देयर. स्टैटिक के लिए डिफरेंट फैकल्टी. हाँ, मतलब एवरीथिंग विल बी कवर्ड हियर इन द क्रैश कोर्स. व्हाटएवर सब्जेक्ट दे आर आस्किंग, द टेस्ट विल बी गेटिंग. टेस्ट no, both mode is available. Whatever medium you are choosing, suppose you are taking offline, you'll get that facility. Offline people get the hybrid mode. It is up to you. You can give it offline or online. Online people have only one option. They can only give it online only. है ना? So it is up to you कि what medium you are choosing. That means कि through will reverting back to you. We are planning to finish it before exam. Even though December में there is a least possibility, only one date is reserved. Still be before that we'll try to finish it. ताकि उसके बाद it is all the test series and papers which you are taking. Of what? Of what? Hard copy of? Nah, this so you have to jot it down in your notebook. The PDF form, obviously it depends on the faculty. It depends on soft copy of the content. The team is planning to give some content on static, but abhi, they are planning to give something in static portion. Let's see what decision they are taking on that point. Any other? Done?